is to predict, is to, right? Is that what we're trying to do?
What you're trying to do, basically is...
to forecast where it's going to go, because that's where you're going to put your money in, right?
Correct. So basically the way we've done it is we've come up with these 5 strategies. And basically first you have to learn the mechanics of what the charts are, what they do, how to find the trends, where the currency is going to move. And then you apply these 5 techniques that they have tested and back tested, and they've determined that, this is Rish and Wally and the head coaches and such, they determined that these techniques are the most high probability techniques to use in trading. So we teach you guys how to use each one of these techniques in order to predict in a very, the highest probability way that the trade is going to go in that direction, and then you would determine whether you're going to buy or sell.
Do you want to listen?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm already know. I go to the 9:30 all the time, right, Stacy?
Yes.
You see, also I know what she's going to teach you. I already answer, right, Tracy, last time.
You can do this. You can actually do this. What she's going to teach, you can actually explain exactly what she's going to explain.
No, English is my second language, so I can basically.
Now, let's open all this stuff up so we can see. Now, where is your toolbar and everything?
I don't know. It's not set up.
I thought you've been going to the night.
Obviously, it's not set up.
I'm gonna open up all your toolbars right now.
He's obviously been sleeping the whole time.
I'm glad he's paying such good attention.
That's why I have you to learn. You're 19 years old. Learn and teach the old guys, okay?
Okay, and here, I'm gonna open all this stuff up so we can take a look at all of it. Okay, when you first open up your demo account, and I would show you how to do that. I'm not gonna do it right now because, but anyway, your screen is gonna kind of look like each one of these. You're gonna have probably 4 to 6 charts, and they're all going to kind of look like this.
Green.
Yeah. And you're going to have different little things on it. These market watches, navigators, data windows, all this kind of stuff. Okay, so really what we want is, first of all, we want this screen to be utilized to the absolute best that we can. We want to be able to see the most of the chart that is possible, because the more chart you can see, the more you can see the candlesticks and all of that. So there's a lot of these windows that we really don't need opened. So let's kind of just first of all go through what all these little things are at the top here. This one here is when you want to add a new chart. So right now, let's just take a look at one chart. This is the Euro USD currency pair. This represents that it's a 4-hour chart, and these are basically the highs and the lows of the currency. Don't worry too much about these, okay? So basically, when you're looking at this here, it's going to basically tell you what this pair is doing in relation to one another. Okay? So if, like right now, if we're looking at it, oops. Okay, right now we've got 4 currency pairs on our MetaTrader. You can tell we have 4 currency pairs, first of all, by the fact that there's 4 charts, but also at the very bottom here, you can see that each tab is indicating a different currency pair, right? You can switch through them very easily just by going like this, or you can, if you want to actually see one in full screen, you would just use the maximization button. Okay, you can switch through them just like that. It's very easy to do that. If you want to see all of them again, you can just go into Window, tile horizontally or vertically, whatever way you want, and you'll be able to see them all at once. This is really good if you're looking for a trade and you want to sort of see all of them at once, right? So this here, let's first go through the file. The file, there's different ways. I'm going to only show you what we truly use. There's a lot of stuff in here that's really pointless. Yeah. So what's the point of learning it if we're not going to really utilize it? Yeah. So in the file menu, what you're really going to be looking at here is a new chart. Okay, and basically what you want to do with this is you would click on it, and you would choose whatever currency pair it is that you want to see. So right now we've got the Euro USD, the Great British Pound USD, the USD Swiss, and the USD Japanese. There's 2 other ones that we use quite a bit. One is the USD Canadian, and the other one
is the Australian one.
Okay, so if I want to add the USD Canadian as one of the charts that I want to view, all I have to do is choose USD Canadian. The other way I can do it is I can just click this one right here.
Sure.
And go to USD Canadian. Click on it. Immediately it pops it into the screen. And if I want to have them all pretty, I can just tile them out and then you can see them all at once. Okay? That's
And if
how
you
add
exit,
a chart.
it goes away too.
Yeah, if you hit X, okay, it will close it off. Now be very, very, very careful about Xing it out because once you exit it, you delete that chart permanently. Now you can put it back in, but any barriers you've drawn, any trend lines you've drawn, you're going to lose it. So if you want to keep that as one of the pairs that you trade, do not X out on it. And never, ever, ever. And never hit close. It's the exact same thing. You're going to lose your chart permanently. So everything is automatically saved for you. So at the end of your session, if you just hit X here, everything will be saved. Or you can go File, Exit. But don't go close. Save yourself a world of hurt. Trust me, I've done it. Okay? So that's one of the things on here you want to look at. The other one is a profile. Right now we're in a default profile. The other profile that you'll probably use eventually is a Superstar profile. And I will show you how to upload those onto your chart. Okay? Beyond that, opening up an account is another big one that you want to know how to do because in the Forex, what we're doing here, we diversify our portfolio. We don't want to put all our eggs in one basket. We don't just want to have one account.
Can you explain more what is diversifying portfolio, please?
That would be a money management lesson. It requires a whole hour to really go through it. But basically what we want to do is we want to have at least the first three accounts. The first account is our primary builder account. We want to get 10 pips in that account and then shut that account off for the day. The second account is going to have 10 pips in it. We shut it off for the day. The third account, we take 30 pips maximum and then we shut it off for the day. Then we can have a fourth account which we can take different little weird trades. So we can have another account where we can take huge trades if we want to. But the first three accounts are 10, 10, 30. It's one of the rules. And you'll hear Rich say 10, 10, 30 all the time, and that's what he means. Okay? So we want to at least have 3 accounts here. So if we go to login, we can actually see how many accounts Jonathan has right now. Right now he only has 1.
Uh-oh.
Okay? So
He knows now me that I'm not paying.
So to open an account, it's very, very easy, okay? You just go File, Open an Account. Most of this information will already be loaded in for you, so you don't have to go through all of that. Your leverage, which is a whole other lesson that I would have to teach you, because I have to teach you about spread and all that kind of stuff. But 1 to 5 is fine. It doesn't really matter right now. You can put it to whatever you want. And you want to put a reasonable deposit. I like to put on what I would normally be depositing as my base accounts, maybe $5,000 or something like that. And you have to click that I agree to subscribe to the newsletter. If you don't, it's not going to let you do it. And then hit next, next, finish. Now, see all of a sudden this navigator here? There's 2 accounts. So what you want to do is you want to write down what this number is, and then it's your first account. That number is your second account. Once again, we'll just go through it so he has his 3. You go open an account. Let's say $5,000. I agree. Next, next. Finish. Now he's got 3.
Income fail.
Okay? So there's his first account, second account, third. 10, 10, 30. Okay? So that's basically that.
How do you know it's 10 times?
Well, the first account's 10 pips, the second account's 10 pips.
Oh,
the third
when you start trading.
Yeah, and unfortunately you can't change, like I would love to be able to say primary account, secondary account. You can't change the name of this, unfortunately, or I would. So what I do is I actually have a little chart, or a little thing at my office, and it basically says like 134219 primary account. So when I'm in there and I'm taking my first trade, I would be using that account. Once I hit 10 pips, I close that account, I go into my second account. Then I take my next trade, and I get my 10 pips, and I shut that account down, and I open up my third, and then I take up to 30 pips. Okay. All good so far? Okay. So that's that. So we open up an account. Now logging in. Now there's 2 ways to do it. You can